All right, guys, Chad Roby Show here at Mountain Tribe Jiu-Jitsu in Prescott, Arizona with Rob Johnson, and we're gonna do some videos for the Mountain Tribe page. So if you're not following Mountain Tribe on Instagram, follow it. There's gonna be a bunch of videos coming out during everybody's downtime while everybody's self-quarantining and at home. Also, my team across the country at Crossing Gracie, there's a YouTube page for Crossing Gracie, and we're gonna have a bunch of videos up from different instructors around the country, around the world actually. So definitely tune in to those two pages to follow this. And today, Professor Rob has been doing some videos on Lasso sweeps, and countering some of the passes. I'm going to show some of those passes. I'm going to show two of my favorite Lasso passes. A few years ago, I knew nothing about Lasso, and I was training with one of my favorite training partners, Professor Tino Martinez at Crossing Gracie in Temecula. He's got an amazing Lasso. Put me in my face a couple of times, swept me a bunch of times, and I realized I had to come up with a good counter to it. And you know, for Tino, he's so good. I still got put on my face a lot and put on my back a lot, but this is the best I came up with. And a lot of people are showing some really great stuff with Lasso right now. So I want to share two of my favorite passes. So. And so Professor Rob has a really good situation going for him right now. He has a deep lasso. His elbow is really down, which makes his grip really tight. And he also has a spider hook on this side. So I'm in not a very good scenario. First thing I can always say, if you're in a lasso position, you get make sure you have a really good base and do not go this way, because this is the way that I'm going to get swept. Right? If I start moving this direction, this is how I get swept. So before we start learning how to pass, we're going to make sure we stay in a good, stable position. So right away, I make sure I'm in a good spot, make sure I have a good base. I'm going to take my hand and go under his belt with a palm up grip, get a good grip on his belt, and I'm going to extend my arm to put pressure on that lasso hook. So I want to feel that pressure right away on that lasso hook. Now, once I have this and I feel stable, I need to clear his spider. And the way I clear his spider is I'm going to take that spider side of my body and I'm going to put my knee up. I'm going to use it to scrape off his spider hook. So I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to slam it right down on my knee, slam his ankle on my knee, and clear. Right? So once that hook's clear, I'm pummeling the inside and build the frame on the inside so you can't reestablish that spider. All right, so I have this frame. I keep my arm against my knee, just like this. All right, so second thing I need to do is I need to clear this hook, the lasso hook, which is a little bit more difficult. So I'm turning him on his side by keeping this frame, and I'm going to use my knee. My other knee goes up. I use my knee to dig in deep on his heel and start scraping that hook out. It really is a fight, but if you really dig in the inside, I've been pretty successful at scraping it out. Once I get his foot in front of me, he's going to be fighting to keep this grip. I want to take this hand and pummel, not at his ankle, but on the blade of his foot. Right? I'm at the most leverage here, and also I'm going to take his foot and push on his leg, so I'm actually still framing on his leg and controlling his foot with one grip. Now to double up this pressure, I'm gonna go 2-on-1. So I have this grip, and then I'm gonna use my head on his knee and really stack and control pressure there. I like to get this knee back in. Right, so I have my head here, my knee, my hand, all this pressure on, and at this point I can let go his belt and pummel this arm out and around. From here, I control this, reach around, control this far collar, and then I like to let go his leg, grab his pant on the far side of his hip, pass, and from here with these two grips, these are my favorite two grips for side control. One, he can't roll away from me because of this. I go heavy on my elbow, right, to keep him from rolling away. And two, if you look at the bottom grip, he can't hip escape because of this bottom grip on his hip, right? So I just suck it in nice and tight and have good side control here to get my pass. All right, guys, second pass option, very similar to the first. We could just run into one problem that we have to address. And it's a very common problem because if anyone's doing lasso and they're good at it, their grips are probably very good and very strong and hard to break. And so this is a scenario that I've run into quite a bit and a little adaptation to it that I think you have to have if you're gonna be passing lasso. Okay, so first of all, good strong base. Second thing is a good grip. Palm up, grip the belt, extend that arm, good posture. It's gonna put good pressure on his lassos to help keep him from getting really deep behind you, which makes it very difficult. So look, this pressure right here, right away. Then I need to clear this spider guard grip. So my knee comes up, I'm gonna slam his ankle into my knee to clear the grip. Boom, and then I pummel inside, hand inside, I start tilting him. As I tilt him, look, my knee goes down, and my other knee comes up to address the next hook, which is the lasso hook. It's not easy to get the lasso hook out, but if you come really wide, pressure up with the elbow, good posture, it's gonna expose his heel, and now my knee's gonna come behind his heel and start scraping and clear that hook. I'm gonna pummel on top, grab his foot, not his ankle, his foot, pin his foot, and I switch knees again, so that way my knee can reinforce keeping his leg pinned and his foot pinned. Then I'm gonna put my head on his knee, pressure, start stacking him. I'm gonna let go his belt and try to pummel that arm out. But this is the problem that we run into. And it's a very common problem because again, lasso players are really strong. He's gonna, with their grips, he's gonna bury his elbow down in tight. It's gonna be very difficult to get this grip out, which makes it almost impossible for me to pass. And so the adaptation we're gonna make here, instead of pummeling this arm out, is we're gonna come high with our elbow and bring our elbow over his knee. All right, so from here, I can't pummel out, elbow high over his knee. At any time, if he lets go, or we just pass. But right now, he's not letting go. He's nice and tight. Pressure with my chest on his leg. This allows me to let go his foot and grab his hip. And then I'm going to continue putting pressure until his grip breaks. Just keep putting pressure. Eventually, it'll break, or he's just wearing himself out. Grip his collar. Settle down in good side control position. I have my two favorite grips for side control. This top one, again, if he tries to roll away, I go heavy elbow, he can't roll away. If he tries to hip escape, I have his hip with this grip. Come around to see this grip. Two of my favorite passes for Lasso. Sorry, Professor Tino, but hey, it'll just make you better. And guys, continue to be safe out there. Continue to tune in. Mountain Tribe Jiu-Jitsu on Instagram and Carlson Gracie on YouTube. And follow our videos. And keep training. Stay safe. And get back on the mats as soon as we all can. All right. Us.